Hayes.
Now the ball pops loose, and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of March 16th. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. We're down to the final week of the winter sports season. Today, plenty of basketball highlights, plus state-adapted floor hockey.
And we'll meet a Maranatha boys hoop standout in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Let's get started with the state boys basketball tournament. Champlin Park entered the Class 4A tournament with high hopes. The top-seeded Rebels tipped off play in the 4A tournament against St. Francis. Metro Player of the Year, J.T. Gibson drives to the basket, misses but follows his own shot to score and draws the foul to give Champlin Park the lead for good at 13-12. Marty Hill gets his steal here, and the senior takes it all the way himself for a layup on his way to a 15-point game. Theo John gathers the loose ball in the lane and scores the bucket. Champlin Park makes this a rout in the first half. 4 Rebels score a dozen or more points, including Aaron Klepner with 12 off the bench, as Champlin Park wins it big over St. Francis 90-47. In the semifinals, Mark Tucksher's team meeting Shakopee. McKinley Wright gets into the lane and hits the double pump jumper, but the Rebels trail this one at halftime. Champlin Park is up too late until Shakopee's Booker Coplin sinks a long three. The Sabres grab a 57-56 lead. But Hill has an answer for Champlin Park. His corner three puts the Rebels back in front for good, and Champlin Park wins it 65-57. That put the Rebels into the championship game that many looked forward to. Champlin Park supplanted Apple Valley as the top-ranked team in Class 4A after they edged the Eagles in a neutral court game in St. Cloud back in December. Those two were the top 2 seeds for the 4A tourney, and they played for the championship. It's a good start for the Rebels. Gibson knocks it loose, and Jeremy Johnson gets it ahead to McKinley Wright for the layup, and it's 6-2 Champlin Park. Apple Valley has some great players too. Cameron Kirksey goes baseline for the big jam. Gibson drives and scores high off the glass, and it's 14-7 Rebels as they get to the lane early. Hill has a good game in his final high school contest, scoring 19 points to lead Champlin Park. Apple Valley closes the first half strong. Trey Jones to Gary Trent Jr., and the Eagles are up 4 at halftime. Second half, Wright gets it to Jeremy Johnson for 3 of his 15 points, and the Rebels are down just 1. Good passing leads to another 3 from Hill, and Champlin Park goes back in front, 33-31. But Apple Valley takes over for a stretch. Trent hits up, and this 3 gives them a 44-36 lead. Trent scores 15 in the game. Wright hits a big 3 to pull Champlin Park within 57-54, but it's not enough as Apple Valley wins the state tournament 64-61 the final.
We didn't shoot the ball well from outside, and that's tough. You know, we're normally a good shooting team, and we got some good looks and knocked down a few big ones, but not enough tonight.
You know, it sucks. For how hard we work, it sucks. They came out and played a better game than us, and can't really do much about it. Just make us work harder for next year.
Well, Jay, a great season. You know, very disappointing night for those guys, and I know they feel they could have played better. You know, if they play again, maybe they win, but you know that's the way it goes. One game, and you're a little bit off, especially against a team as good as Apple Valley. You're going to come up short.
Apple Valley has a lot of talent on that team too. I thought Apple Valley switching to a zone defense really slowed the Rebels a little bit. They settled for a lot of three-point shots. They made some, but not enough to withstand that stretch, especially early in the second half for Apple Valley. So fantastic season, but obviously you end up a little disappointed at the end there. Well, the Maranatha boys were also gunning for a title this season in Class A. The Mustangs had their hands full with Red Lake in the quarterfinals. After trailing by 12 at the half, the comeback begins as Jeremiah Hansen drives baseline to score. Jake Mayan knocks down a 3 on his way to a good game. The Mustangs are within 5. Demario Armstrong gets the steal here, and he is in alone for the dunk. This one ties it up at 52-all. The game is tied late. Mayan misses the free throw, but the ball is saved to Hansen, and he scores. The Mustangs net the comeback win, 59-55. In the semifinals, MCA ready for action against Battle Lake. Patrick Van Erp is a good one. He stays with it here and scores 29 in the game. Battle Lake leads most of the first half. Hansen nails a long three late in the first half to tie things up at 34-34 at halftime. He pours in 30 for the game. Second half, and the Mustangs really heated up. Mayan sinks a three from the corner, and they go up by a point. Armstrong adds a three of his own. Maranatha goes up by 7, 59-52. They win at 74-69 to advance to the championship. And that put them into the title game for the second time in school history. They faced top seed Rushford Peterson in that championship. Demario Armstrong has the hot hand early. His three gives the Mustangs an early 5-3 lead. And he steals a pass, and watch the behind-the-back pass to John Jacobson for the layup. It's 13-12 Mustangs. Rushford Peterson returns the favor as Alex Vick steals the ball and feeds Kyler Paulson for a layup. They lead 23-18 at halftime. And the Trojans heat up in the second half. Charlie Crambier knocks down a contested three. It's 31-23 Rushford Peterson. Vicks has a big game with 23. This three ball gives them a 40-25 lead. Maranatha scrambles back into it behind Hansen. This three brings them within 5, but that's as close as they get. The Mustangs fall 51-44. After the game, we asked Coach Jeff Wall what message he delivered to his team.
Well, I just said really proud of you guys, and you know that I know that you're disappointed. We're all disappointed in the outcome of the game, but we're not disappointed in your effort and this great season. You know, and they will think about that in a few days. They'll realize what a great run it was.
So a good season for the Mustangs, but just like Champlin Park, coming up just a little bit short in that final game.
And similar in that, I think they faced as good a defensive team as they played all year, and Rushford Peterson, very deserving of the title. And Jay, also with the graduation this year of Jeremiah Hansen, who's the school's all-time leading scorer, head coach Jeff Wall next year will not be coaching at Hansen for the first time since 1999. 8 brothers in all have played there, culminating with Jeremiah.
Boy, what a family dynasty, and they have done great things in that program and been a big part of Maranatha basketball, obviously.
Next up on Sports Channel, highlights from the state-adapted floor hockey tournament, plus 3 local girls basketball teams are headed to state. Welcome back to Sports Jam.
The Robbinsdale Hopkins Mound Westonka Robins have a long string of championships in all 3 of the adapted sports. They're battling for a 5th straight title in PI Division adapted floor hockey. Second period, Anoka Hennepin's Joey Mannion gets to the loose puck and fires a long shot in for a goal. That gives the Mustangs a 2-1 lead. It's tied at 2 in the third period, and the Robins' Andy Hansen finds the far corner of the net with his shot, and the Robins, not the highest seeded team in the PI division this year, lead it 3-2. Later, it's Sean Johnson from behind the net, coming out and getting the wraparound goal here to make it 4-2 Robins. Johnson, Hansen, and Jeremy Jost are named to the all-tournament team as the Robins win 4-3 to capture yet another state title, although it's never easy.
Well, it's not easy to do it, but somehow we dig deep, use everything we can use, then we can do what we can do.
Congratulations to them. 1 year after making and winning the state girls basketball tournament for the first time in school history, the Park Center girls are back for another run. Pirates matched up with De La Salle for the Section 3 3A title. On the break, Megan DuBois ahead to Hannah Schaub for the layup and one, as the Pirates jump out to a 10-1 lead. Ann Simonette has the hot hand early, scoring 10 first-half points. That 3 makes it 14-3 Park Center. Danielle Schaub lobs the pass into Mikayla Hayes for 2 in the paint, and it's 27-15 Pirates. But after falling behind by as many as 14, the Islanders rally. Jada Haynes scores the first points of the second half, and it's a 7-point game. That's as close as De La Salle would get, though. Hannah Schaub hits a big 3, and then Danielle Schaub feeds Simonette for the layup plus a foul as Park Center starts to put the game away. Hayes scores 19 points in the game, 14 of them coming in the second half, as Park Center wins 57-39 to head back to the state tournament. Park Center will face Richfield in the state Class 3A quarterfinals Wednesday morning at 10 at Mariucci Arena in Minneapolis. We'll hear from the Pirates later in the show.
After being upset in the section semifinals a year ago, the Hopkins girls have been focused on going all the way this season. The Royals matched up with Minnetonka for the Section 6 4A title. Nia Holly with a nice pass to T.T. Starks for the basket here, plus a foul. Evelyn Knox nails a three-pointer, and it is 15-6 Royals. Ashley Bates has a good game for Hopkins. She drives here for the hoop and foul. Hopkins leads 39-21 at the half. Second half, Bates from long range, and she scores 22 in the game for Hopkins. Nia Holly fakes the drive, then steps back and nails a jump shot. That makes it 58-33 Royals. Bates drives and hits a tough shot as Hopkins pulls away to take the section title 81-55. The Royals meet Rochester Mayo in the state quarterfinals on Tuesday morning. In the Section 5 4A final, number 6 seed Wayzata hope to score its third straight upset. The Trojans facing Centennial for the championship. J.C. Girding knocks down the pull-up jumper for the Cougars. They get off to a 7-2 lead in this one. Centennial swings the ball to the corner. Freshman Sydney Stapleton buries a three. She scores 14 on the night. Wayzata gets going after a slow start as Hannah Hiring's shot off the inbounds play is good. Mike Schumacher's team is within 3 at the half. And they quickly go ahead in the second. Annie Robertson's three-pointer is good to push the Trojans in front. Off the inbound play, it's Mimi Schrader to Robertson to Sydney Hayden for the layup. Wayzata leads 34-28. Their press pays off as Schrader steals the pass, then locates Robertson open in the corner for three. She scores 13, and the Trojans are up 45-41. But Centennial makes some key plays down the stretch. Paige Comer's shot is good, plus a foul as the Cougars pull out a 58-53 win to take the section title.
In Class 2A, Providence Academy was looking to get back to state for a fourth time in the past 5 seasons. They faced Annandale for the Section 5 title. Mackenzie Murtha drives and scores for the Lions early in the game. Annandale's Hannah Spaulding finds Hannah Purcell on the cut for 2. Final seconds of the first half, Cameron DeHiley scores inside to give the Cardinals a 19-16 halftime lead. Providence's first shot of the second half evens the score. Sophie Keppel draining a three-pointer. This one is tight all the way. Murtha scores inside and draws the foul for Providence. Brittany Reimer nails a three for a 33-30 Annandale lead. With less than 2 minutes to go, Clara Count's short jumper cuts the deficit to 35-34. Keppel then hits 3 free throws to tie the score at 37, and the game goes to overtime. Annandale doesn't score a field goal in OT, but they get it done from the line. Hannah Grove gives the Cards a 5-point lead with 10 seconds left, and Annandale beats Providence 45-40 to advance on to state.
Maranatha Christian Academy is now a regular visitor to the state Class A girls tournament. The Mustangs look to punch their ticket to state when they faced Legacy Christian for the Section 4A title. First half, Maranatha's Lexi Lee buries the deep three as the Mustangs go up big early on in this one. Good defense here. Jacqueline Jarnott with the steal and throws the pass ahead to her older sister Elena for the layup. The junior finishes with 14 points. In transition, it's Jessie Mine going up court to Lee for an easy layup just before halftime, putting Maranatha ahead 49-16. Lee knows no boundary with her shot. Another long three here, and it's banked in. 24 points for Lee to top all scores in this one. Good passing for the Mustangs leads to an inside hoop for Elise Moore as they go on to beat Legacy for a third time this season. They are headed back to state with the team's tough defense leading their attack.
I would say working on defense and always hustling, getting back, not letting them get fast breaks, and always being in help, and just working as hard as we can and not giving up.
The Mustangs face Section 8 champion Stephen Argyle in the state quarterfinals. That game tips at 11 a.m. Thursday at Mariucci Arena.
And Jay, we'll see if the Maranatha girls can get to the final like their boys team did.
Yeah, definitely a good squad for them. And speaking of the Mustangs boys team, up next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, we will meet Maranatha's Demario Armstrong. As you saw earlier, the Maranatha Christian Academy boys basketball team took second in the state Class A tournament. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet Mustangs junior Demario Armstrong. He stepped up in a big way to help Maranatha Christian Academy return to the state tournament. Junior guard Demario Armstrong was superb as a ball handler and scorer in an overtime battle with Minneapolis North in the Section 4A title game. It was fun but stressful.
I tried to enjoy it. I knew it was going to be intense from the start, just because, especially since I was out that first game, I knew coming back it was going to be more intense because bigger stage, more people, and we just had to come out and play our best basketball.
As he noted, Armstrong missed the regular season meeting with North, and the Mustangs took a 29-point beating. Demario learned from watching that painful loss.
He said, now that kind of actually helped because I got a chance to see what they do and what they like to do, if they like to trap. And so I just came there with just strong-headed, and I try to limit my turnovers as much as I can and just put my team in the best situation.
Now in his third season on the varsity, Armstrong's helped the Mustangs to their third consecutive state appearance.
Freshman year, I really didn't play that much. Sophomore, I kind of got a feel for it, and this year I'm ready to just take it over.
Demario has stepped his game up from last year. You know, he is a junior this year, but he's playing really at a high level, particularly defensively. You know, we're able to put him on the other team's top perimeter player. He does such a good job keeping him in front of him.
He's become a leader, too.
He does a lot of our community service with our school, and I know that he works with our young kids here at Maranatha. It's good to see that. So the little kids are always looking up to him and for leadership, but he does a really good job in that area as well.
In the fall, Maranatha co-ops with Osseo for football. Demario had a good season for the Orioles as a defensive back and wide receiver.
He had a knack for making some big catches when it was time, and he would make them in a miraculous way sometimes, laying out, you know, and he made them in the big games, section finals, against Totino, against Maple Grove, and he made some really nice plays for us. And you know, he's not afraid to go get the football.
During football season, I love it, I'm passionate. Then during basketball season, it's the same way. Like, I don't know if, in college, I don't know which one I can pick right now.
With their up-tempo attack, speed, and athletic ability, Maranatha isn't what many expect to see from small Class A teams.
I remember when I first came out, I was even surprised, because just looking at it, you wouldn't think so, but I guess our team is very athletic, and just every year we just get more and more athletes coming up, and it's just a blessing.
Demario lives in Brooklyn Park, in the Park Center attendance area, and close to Champlin Park High School. He's happy for the great season the Champlin Park Rebels had, but has never regretted his choice to attend Maranatha.
I went to Jackson Middle School, 8th grade, so if I didn't come here, I would probably be going to Champlin. But every year I've gone here, we've had great success, so I mean, it's kind of even. I enjoy them having the success they do, but knowing that I came here and made the right choice, it just makes me feel good that all my hard work's paid off.
Armstrong averaged 13 points in the 3 Maranatha state games and had a total of 11 assists and 10 steals. Sports Jam returns in a moment as John talks state basketball with the Park Center girls.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The Park Center girls basketball team will open play in the Class 3A state tournament Wednesday morning at 10 at Mariucci Arena in Minneapolis. The Pirates join us now on the show. Let's start with McKenna DuBois, senior guard. And first of all, congratulations. Getting back to state is a big accomplishment. What did it feel like for you girls to take this step?
It feels really good. It's once again we're doing something Park Center hasn't done. This is the second time we're getting it in a row. So I think we just want to go on from here and win games and keep playing.
Coach talked to me about how well you played in a loss mid to late season against Hopkins, and he thought your team since then has really taken off defensively and overall. Would you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think that loss really kind of got us motivated, and just knowing that that's going to be our last loss of the season, like from there we just want to win games, and we know that we need to play like we did against Hopkins because we played really good against them. They're a really good team.
What was the season like for you? You didn't have Kayla for the first time in 4 years, so it was a different offensive and defensive team. How did you feel your group adjusted?
It was really different. She's a big player. I mean, it gave other players opportunities to step up. We're really balanced now, which I think is a really good thing, and I think we adjusted really well not having her this year.
Good luck this week at state.
Thank you.
Hannah Schaub, another senior, and a different feeling, I'm sure, for you this time getting to play in the state tournament. Last year, you had to sit and watch.
Yeah, last year I was also super excited that we got there, but this year being able to play is amazing. I'm so happy.
Tell me about the teamwork on this team. It seems like a very unselfish team as far as who scores and who's playing and minutes and things like that.
Oh, it is super unselfish. If you look at the box scores, it's a different high score every game. Like, if someone's down, someone else will step up, and we don't know who it is going to be every game. We just come out, play our hardest, and we win games.
Tell me about the section final against De La Salle, a familiar opponent, and I thought you played really well on both ends of the floor against them.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, I agree. I think defensively, our scouting report was that we were no threes, play hard in the post, rebound, and I thought we really executed that.
You faced an unfamiliar opponent in the first round, Richfield. What do you know about them, and do you worry about not knowing much about a team going into a game?
Well, I'm not really worried because Coach always finds a way to get a good scouting report, and we just follow his game plan. But I know that they have the two twin senior sisters who are big and bulky, and they're really good. They're a good team, so we just got to play our hardest, see what happens from there.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Mikayla Hayes, you had the big second half against De La Salle, and how important was that to your team's success, being able to get some more inside points in that section final?
Getting the offense moving really helped us score more, so when getting the ball to me, I can either get points up on the board or go into our guard, so it really helped us get more points and get us moving.
I know you guys had the goal all along to get back to the state tournament. It's always tough grind throughout the season. Did you feel that you were making progress all year to get to this point?
Yeah, we've had up and down this season. It's really helped us. Like, losing has made us learn more, and when wins, we always get better each year. So now that we're like going up and doing really good, I think it's going to help us go into the tournament.
You did have a tough schedule during the season. How much did that help?
Playing against good teams really helped us. We play teams that are really similar to us, like similar to our game, so I think that helped us improve our game even more. So now it's just making us a stronger team.
You girls are confident that you can win again. What does it take to get 3 more wins and another state title for Park Center?
I think we're just going to have to keep playing physical and keep doing our defensive stuff because defense is really our game. And I think if we just keep moving up in what we're doing, we're going to do really good.
Good luck at the state tournament.
Thank you.
Mikayla Hayes, Hannah Schaub, and McKenna DuBois, and the Park Center Pirates again will open play in the state Class 3A tournament Wednesday morning at 10 at Mariucci Arena. We'll take a break and come back, but first, our plays of the week. Rise to the basket, scores, and it's fouled. Ahead. Another basket, Simmons.
Are you ready to shoot free throws to support the Treehouse for Youth program? Hooping It Up for Hope is on Sunday, March 22nd from 1 to 5 at Armstrong High School. Find out more at 12.tv.
We have 3 girls basketball games of the week for you this week. Tuesday morning at Target Center, Hopkins faces Rochester Mayo in the quarterfinals of the State Class 4A tournament. Watch that game on Channel 12 Wednesday at either 10 a.m. or 7 p.m. Wednesday morning at 10 at Mariucci Arena. It's Park Center and Richfield in the 3A quarterfinals. Tune in for that one on Channel 12 Thursday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. And in Class A, Maranatha tips off with Stephen Argyle Thursday morning at Mariucci. You can watch that game here on Channel 12 Friday at 10 a.m. and again at 10 p.m. And that'll do it for this week's show.
We'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.